Even now, when I talk about UTI, they're not openly talking about UTI. What activities you choose to attain that wellness, you can pick number of activities, but do that. My brother, he gifts my mom on every birthday of his.
Wow.
And that's something we are taking in the family.
Welcome to Voice It with Karishma Shah.
A very warm welcome to you, Shilpa. Thank you so much for doing this with us. We're really excited to be able to talk to you today about the brand, about you, your journey, to be able to understand how you started the entire brand, right? You and me were having a laugh earlier about, the name, right? So please tell us, how do you pronounce the name and what's the story behind the name? Please tell us about that.
Sure. So first of all, I'm very excited about this as well and looking forward to our whole conversation and some fun along the way.
Yes.
Coming to the name, ChicNutrix, as we pronounce it, and I know there are different pronunciations that we hear every time, but it was the word chic, if you know, it means stylish. It means something we say it's chic. Yeah. Right? And it could be your clothing, it could be your attitude, it could be your vibe, it could be anything. Yeah. And that's what we wanted to translate into nutrition. Yeah. That it's a chic nutrition. Yes. And that's where it came as ChicNutrix. And we don't want nutrition to be boring.
True. Absolutely.
It shouldn't be boring. It shouldn't be boring. It's nutrition. We have this perception that when you take medication, you see all those white bottles and they're all boring, but that's medication. Yes. But what we are doing is nutrition.
Yes.
And that need not be boring. That's your food. That's your diet for the day. And absolutely. Whatever you intake, like when you see your food, you see your plate, it has such colorful vegetables and fruits and, different types of carbs you would take, but yes. in different form. And it's very colorful plate that you have.
Yes.
So food has to be taken that way. And that's why we wanted to get that into nutrition, because so far, whatever we saw before we launched our brand, we saw that even the nutrition brands are coming in these white bottles and white boxes
very
and
monotonous.
all.
Yes.
Very, very much like a medical area. And that's what we wanted to actually break through.
Yeah.
And hence we even selected our brand name in a very different zone, that it's going to be chic.
I love the name. I love the whole chic vibe. I'm a very big fan of the products as well.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that.
I love the brand. I love the branding. I love everything about it. And I do feel that, the name actually does resonate with the products as well.
Yes. If you see the packaging, I myself sit for each and every product packaging.
Fantastic.
Every packaging, because for me, I want to communicate something about the product to people.
Yes.
And first thing you see is the packaging.
Yes.
And that's why for me, even if you see the packaging that we have, it's very colorful, it's very pop, it's very chic.
Yes.
And if you put it on a shelf, sometimes people wonder, "Acha, ye nutrition hai? To lag hi nahi raha hai."
Yes.
But why it should be like that? Why do you have that mindset? And that's the mindset we want to change. And even packaging, we did a very different kind of packaging. So starting from the brand name to the packaging, and of course the way we intake our nutrition, absolutely. We wanted to change that game, and that's what we are trying to do here.
Yes. No, I do understand, because the space that you've entered, right? From beauty to wellness to hair, skin, everything, right? So there's this whole plethora of things that ChicNutrix is covering now.
Yes.
So please tell me about, when you started, what is the vision behind it? Because I do know that you come from a different background, and then there was this vision of, starting the brand and doing these beautiful things that you're already doing right now.
So I have a very different background, like you said. I started in a finance background in a bank, in an American bank.
Yes.
Then we had started a nutrition company, which is the parent company that we have. And we were doing some nutrition work in that. And we were thinking of coming up with a brand, but I was not keen because I was a mother, so I already had my own babies to look after, and starting a brand would mean a lot of work, another baby, and that I thought I was not ready to, because it's a full-time mom and then a full-time mom of a brand is very difficult.
Yes.
So we were contemplating, but I never showed keenness, and I was happy managing I'm the CFO of that parent company, so I was happy managing those aspects of the company and carry on with my life as being a mom and a CFO.
Yeah.
And then one fine day, I went through, all of a sudden, a bit of hair fall I had. I was traveling. I was in Europe for some meetings. And all of a sudden, I saw that, I had a lot of hair fall.
Yes.
And I thought maybe it's change of place. And then once I'm back to Mumbai, it'll be back to normal.
Yeah.
So those 3-4 days, I had nightmare seeing my hair. And then I came back. I waited for 3-4 days for it to come back to normal state. But it didn't. It went on for weeks to months. And I went to many dermats myself, like a hair fall problem. I'm sure anybody who would be hearing this and is going through it or has gone through it would know that when you have hair fall issue, it really disturbs you.
Yes, it does.
It is rightly called the crowning glory of a woman, and it does affect you to another level. And that's what it did to me as well, emotionally, and drained out. I could not focus on my works. I went to many dermats, half a dozen dermats I must have gone to. And then, they suggest some hormonal medication and some treatments which are something injectables in your body. And I'm not very comfortable with that.
Yes.
But they did also suggest some nutrition along with it.
Yeah.
That's when I realized that, nutrition does work for such things. And then because we were into nutrition business, I told my team that, what is this? We don't even have one product which can take care of my hair.
Yeah.
And then, that made them also formulate something specially for me.
Yes.
So we did that it's not just biotin that we need. So this misconception we have that you just take biotin and your hair fall will be sorted. But you do need a lot of other things along with biotin to take care of your hair fall problem. And that's when I realized, okay, just one biotin was not enough. And I said, abhi ye bhi lu, fir wo bhi lu, fir wo bhi. There was like half a dozen nutrition supplements given to me.
True.
I was like, why can't I have one? And just my hair is sorted.
Yes.
And they said, okay, we'll work on it. And thankfully, I had that benefit of having a team, an R&D center, and we did work on it. So there is this formulation we came up with, and I started taking it. And I didn't realize it. After a couple of months, actually, I was not freaking out about my hair fall.
Yeah.
But, you don't realize it in your day-to-day. But it just struck me that I'm no more crying for hair fall.
Yeah.
And it's no more falling all over the place or shower area that we tend to see. And I stopped wearing white shirt because you're so treading with all that hair fall problem. And then I was like, oh, it worked. And then they said, this has to work because we put all those ingredients that are necessary, and our formulation was biotin, and there are 22 amino acids and selenium, everything put together. And I was like, oh, we have to take this to people out there. There's so many women out there crying like me.
Yeah.
And that's when this thought that we've been thinking of a brand for women, and I was like, okay, this I have to take, and I'm ready to take that plunge, ready to start a brand, and that will be focusing on women nutrition. And that's how we started with hair and then skin. I also had acne problems. Then we formulated something for skin. So I went with all the problems I had because that's something normally every woman goes through.
Yes.
I've had teenage acne. I've had during pregnancy, postpartum hair fall. I've had, in my second pregnancy, I had a lot of hormonal acne. So I've gone through all that, but I never took medication because that's something I'm a little scared of personally, and I would avoid as much as possible unless and until it's a requirement.
Yes.
And then, taking all those phases that I have gone through, we started formulating and we came up with this hair and skin nutrition. That's where we started with beauty. And it got such a good feedback from customers, and we got so much love and great DMs from them and how it helped them that we started extending our range from beauty to wellness. Because we saw in our office also there was so much requirements on PCOS, and then we hear about bone health, and then UTI is an amazing formulation again that we have that can not only prevent but cure your active UTI.
Yes.
So you need not take antibiotics. Like, you are off antibiotics, what else would you want in a natural way treating UTI? So our formulations, we work in a very, very focused way and ensure that it helps you without any side effects.
Yes.
So that's how the whole brand started, with my own experience, and that's why I'm very passionate about this brand. For me, it's also about helping those women out there who are going through these problems, what I went through, and I hope I'm contributing in some way.
Yes. No, I mean, because it resonates from your personal experiences, and so many women have this thing where they don't talk about their problems very easily. They'll talk about cosmetic brands, and they'll talk about what clothes to wear, and they'll talk about what new thing is in trend. But when it comes to actually opening up and telling anybody that I have a hair fall problem, I have an acne problem, I have a UTI problem, or probably there is some kind of body dysmorphia that I'm facing.
I agree. In fact, we see a lot of people even now when I talk about UTI, they're not openly talking about UTI. So this problem that we are still facing when we talk about UTI, people don't come out openly.
Yes.
We had one, when we launched the product, we had a live session with a very renowned gynecologist, and it was a closed session we had, and we had such an amazing response because it was closed session and people could just write their queries. We realized that our live, which was scheduled for half an hour, went on for 2 hours because of just the question answer round.
Yeah.
And then we, even the gynac was very nice and sweet that she carried on to answer all those queries, and everybody told us that can we have such lives often, and and that kind of showed us that there are such problems that people don't talk openly about, and we would like to touch upon those problems and try also create a community in the whole process where there are forums where they can talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that with this brand we get those opportunities. So it's not just the products, but creating those communities as well at different levels is what I would hope we can do.
Yes, no, and because, one of the things that really resonates with me about the products as well, and the community creation that you're doing now with, the beauty aspect, with the wellness pages, with everything, right? I do feel like accessibility is something that, you kind of shifted very easily with the whole product range. A lot of women would always want to aspire to use something that a celebrity would want to use. They'll always aspire to know what is the secret behind her glow, what is the secret behind her hair, But I think what you did is, and it's very effective and the best time to be able to do it, because so many, the entire young youth generation now wants to be able to have good skin, wants to be able to have good hair, wants to be able to be very presentable and nice,
Yes,
and not have any health issues.
I think the generation today wants to feel good, look good.
Yeah.
So this is the zone they are in, and if you see, there is this awareness as well, especially in your Gen Zs and the later ones, about being conscious about all these things, because if they start now, they know then they can sustain it till a longer duration and not look at a certain age. Everybody wants to look younger than the number of their age. So I think that's where we are, and that works for us also. And I think it's important as well. Why not look younger than what your number says? It's okay. You should feel what your heart says, and you should look what your heart says.
Yes, I absolutely resonate with that, and I believe in that. So not only are we taking care of ourselves and looking very presentable from the outside, with our hair, with our skin, with our makeup, with our clothes and everything, but now we're working on the internal part as well. We don't want to take medications, so there's no need to take medications, but we're taking, important essential nutrients through in the form of the most easiest supplements that are possible.
So when we also formulate the whole process, and we can probably have while we are talking, this is the most convenient form and also it helps in hydrating your body. We know water is essential for us, right? So the way these effervescent tablets work is that you just have to carry the tube. Pani sab jagah milta hai. You just need a glass of water, put the tablet, and depending on your requirement, you can just take that particular product and address that particular concern for the day, and have it easily, conveniently anywhere, while traveling, while at work, while taking care of your kids. Anything is possible. You don't have to spend hours कि अरे अभी मुझे ये बनाना पड़ेगा, उसका आधा घंटा जाएगा, फिर ये करना पड़ेगा. Nothing like that. While we are talking, having this conversation, our drink is going to be ready.
Yes. Also, so many people have a fear or maybe not an interest of popping pills, but they don't want to swallow pills and everything. It's healthy, it's tasty, and it's also easy to drink.
Yes. And see, I would say popping pills, again, your mind also reads, oh, I'm popping pill means that I'm not well. So like I said, we wanted nutrition to be like nutrition.
Yes.
You take your juices, you take your drinks, you take your food. So you eat or drink, right?
Yeah.
So pills is not the right form of nutrition. So as much as possible, hence we do it in effervescent form.
Yeah.
Because then it becomes a nice, tasty drink. Juice for you. So it's a juice ready.
Yeah.
As well as water intake happens.
Yeah.
Because it's in a water form, absorption is higher and better.
Yes.
So it works much better in your body, and pills actually are very difficult to digest for your stomach. So we take the pill thinking हमने तो काम कर लिया, but you don't realize that inside your system is working hard to digest that pill. So you're making the system work harder. क्यों जरूरत है भाई? उसको भी थोड़ा सा आसान कर दो. Let it have a good time as well, enjoying the food. So I think these work beautifully, and I have seen this concept when I was 10 years old.
Yes.
It was not in India.
I agree.
I know my dad used to pick it up from Europe and USA whenever he would travel, and we all would sit at the breakfast table like this. Oh, he's going to put that tablet in the glass. Oh, it becomes a drink.
Yes.
And we were like, why do we don't get it in India?
True.
And hence we got this technology. So our company, the parent company, we are the pioneers of getting this technology in the company, and we manufacture our own products. So there are other nutritional brands, but they do third-party manufacturing. We do our own manufacturing. So that's another USP. For us, it was very important that we know what's going inside.
True.
And we have a control over it.
Yes.
My kitchen versus a restaurant's kitchen. Where do I have control? My kitchen. And I know in my kitchen I'm going to use the best of the ingredients, the way it is cooked, the hygiene, the cleanliness, and all the quality is intact.
Yes.
And that's what we guarantee with our products, because I myself at times go for the formulation. The first batch, I sit there, I ensure. So there are strict quality controls that we have, and we are WHO certified as well. So I think we ensure the ingredients, the quality. For me, it is important that the products deliver.
Yes.
Yes, it cannot happen overnight. It's nutrition, right? You go to gym and you say, आज जिम गई थी तो आज तो काम हो जाना चाहिए, and then you expect, अरे 2 दिन हो गया, 3 दिन हो गया, it's not showing, my weight is not going, or I have not got toned body. It's not going to work in 2-3 days. You have to give that time and discipline, and that's how nutrition works. Otherwise, you can pop pills, have medicine, have side effects. So you decide what you want. And I prefer the nutrition way. ठीक है, थोड़ा time ज़्यादा लगता है, but I know there are no side effects. Like I said, I could have in hair fall gone for those hormonal pills, but I decided not to go for it. I remember I had so much of hormonal acne till about 2 years back. And my dermat suggested I should take hormonal pill because it would come during period time, a week before, during this. So आधा महीना तो मतलब वो रहता ही है. And the marks and everything, and then it does affect you, whatever said and done. It's painful because those are big acne. But I still decided that no, I'm not going to take hormonal medicine. ये ठीक है, ये चलेगा. I will manage. And thankfully, I was taking Glow and Super C. The combination worked. Now you can see I don't have those acne. I have suffered those hormonal acne, I think, for a year.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do lose patience and you'll be like, acha chalo abhi hormonal pill le lo.
Yeah.
But then it has long-term consequences.
Yes.
And that we'll realize when we are 50, 60 years old. I would not even say 50, but 60 years old. Today I would say 50 is the new 40. So
It is.
60 years old.
Yes.
But then it's too late. You can't undo it.
Yeah.
And that's where we want to be, that people please try and take care of your concerns as much as possible by way of nutrition.
Yes.
Because this is the right way.
True.
It is a way which is tough, like going to gym, and your trainer will also say gym में जो आप करते हैं works 30%. बाकी आप बाहर nutrition क्या खा रहे हैं works 70%. Now if you're not going to take care again of that part, it's not going to work.
Yes.
So it's a commitment.
Yes.
It's a discipline for your body. I think that much you deserve to give to your body.
I agree.
And that's where we want to be at, and we want people to be at.
Yes, no, that's beautiful. I think everything that you said, it makes so much sense, and I feel like if you don't take care of the whole foundational aspects, and then you're doing topical treatments, those topical treatments are going to last for a very little time.
Yes.
And only probably till the time that you are taking that. As soon as you stop.
Yeah, and then every 6 months or the frequency depending, you have to keep taking. But this works long term.
Yes.
It takes time, but works long term.
Long term. Yeah.
Those things may take short time, but work short term, plus have long term damages.
Side effects, yes. Yes.
So yeah.
No, that's great. Thank you, Shilpa, for sharing, all the insights on that.
Thank you so much for letting me share it. I sometimes feel that I want to talk about this so much to people,
Yes.
but then I don't get this forum. So thank you for giving me this forum.
No, I'm glad. It's important for people who work so hard. You mentioned that you're looking after every single small aspect also, because it's important for you.
Yes.
Your brand is like your baby that you said,
It is.
And what other thing, you're going to take care of every requirement, right? So since you look after every minute detail, when you come and you talk about things which really matter to you and how you're looking at things and what your vision is, right? It makes so much sense for somebody to understand that, yes, this is what I'm looking for as well.
Yes.
Rather than, I agree that, packaging can look fantastic. I know that everything can look attractive, but what's the philosophy? What's your ideation? What's your vision towards creating something?
Yes.
Right? It's on this topic, please tell me what your vision of wellness is like, because I know you're very you're very enthusiastic about wellness. I have understood that by now.
Yes.
So please tell me what your outlook towards wellness is, and maybe some of the things that you do and it's helped you over a period of time.
So I would say wellness is like a vast word. We talk about health and wellness.
Yeah.
There are two terms.
Yeah.
Health is very specific. It could be your physical health, mental health, social health. Wellness is everything put together.
Yes.
So there are many aspects to wellness.
Yeah.
So everything: physical health, mental health, social health, emotional health,
Yes.
spiritual health.
Yes.
Everything put together is wellness. And it's also your choice of how you want to take or what would you do to take your health to a better health or a good lifestyle.
Yes.
So that process or that journey or the actions that you take or you choose to take is wellness.
True.
So it is a lifestyle, like we say. It is not a one-day thing or a one-hour thing or one activity.
Yeah.
It is put together, everything working in harmony, because something that affects your physical health will start affecting your mental health.
Yes.
And vice versa. If you are mentally not satisfied or have some problems, it will start affecting your physical health. So you cannot say, I'm going to look at my one health. Similarly, emotional health. If you're not emotionally balanced, or there are some issues going on in your emotional health, it is going to affect your mental health and then your physical health. So they're all connected.
Yeah.
And that's how I would see it, that when I look at wellness, I look at all aspects of my health and not just physical health honi chahiye, I go to gym and I'm done, I've taken care of myself.
Yeah.
I think there are other aspects, and they are very small things which make you happy. You should do that. that takes care of your emotional and mental health.
It does.
So there are those wellness things. Like for me, like you asked me, how do I take wellness for myself? I do go to gym or do physical activity. So gym is one aspect, but some days if I don't hit the gym, I know I have to complete 8,000 steps. So मैं इधर ही घूम रही होती हूँ office में या meetings में. I don't take stairs. Sorry, I don't take lift. I only take stairs when I'm going up and down. So I'm ensuring my steps are done because today I can't do gym. Or I love to dance. That's another way.
Oh yes.
I have said this in many forums that I love to dance. And dance gives me not only physical health but mental and emotional, everything.
Yes, it does. It's a great form of movement, and it's a great form of, also expressing your creativity.
Yes. So I think you should pick activities which work on different aspects of your health and not just restrict yourself कि मैंने तो gym कर लिया, हो गया मेरा. Anything. Travel could be another form of wellness.
Yes.
I firmly believe and truly believe that that gives you physical health also. It depends what kind of travel you do. So if you go, like whenever I travel, I love to go to Europe. So it is
a lot of walking.
So we never take buses or cars, and the walks are amazing over there.
Yes.
So even with me, my kids, we at the end of the day, we did 14 kilometers today. We did 20,000 steps today.
Wow.
So there also, I am trying to imbibe that, and along the whole travel time, you are not only doing your steps, but you are so happy you are with your family. So you've done your social health, again mental health, emotional health, physical health, all put together.
Yes.
So that's what I would say, that pick things, balance your day, meeting your friends.
Yes.
Go do what activity you like to do, travel, read a book. All these are part of wellness. So what activities you choose to attain that wellness, you can pick number of activities, but do that.
Yes.
Don't refrain from it, or don't say, I can't do it. You have to find time to do it.
Yes.
So there are days where even I, full day at work, you're stressed with so many firefighting happening during the day. But end of day, I still make it a point that half an hour or even 15 minutes, I get to do things which I like to do myself. So I like to hear music. I like to go for my walks on my own without anybody accompanying me. I make sure I do that. I just started hula hoop class yesterday. I did my first hula hoop class.
Fantastic.
Learn a new skill that gave me some kind of satisfaction. I can't define that satisfaction, but I'm sure it's working on my mental, emotional, physical aspect.
It is.
So pick anything. I think there is God has made so many things for us to do.
Yes.
Pick the right choice. That choice is what is important. That takes you towards wellness.
Brilliant. I don't think I could have summed it up in any other way, but I think you've put it out so beautifully. And it's so important for women, men, anybody to be able to understand that the choices that you make in selecting activities for yourself, keeping yourself mentally, physically active, plays such a big role in your overall wellness.
Yes, it does.
It's something that you brilliantly explain the whole thing. It could be travel, it could be your favorite hobby.
Yes.
Dance. Music for some people. It could be any favorite hobby that you have, but indulging in that.
Yes.
Taking out time no matter what happens, right? It could be a hectic day, it could be anything, but removing that little bit of time and just for yourself is also very, very, very meditative important. In its own way.
And I think there would be time, starting, if you've not done it earlier, you will have those guilty days that, oh my God, I'm doing it for myself. My kids need that time, or this needs that time, and I'm not giving that thing. You have to go through that process of just leaving that guilt.
Yes.
It is tough.
Yeah.
We all go through it, but you have to do it. And that's where your grit and your determination, I think, also plays a role. So you have to do it.
Yes. Yes. And it also resonates in the relationships then that you have.
Yes.
So I don't know if, you would resonate with this, but I feel like a child watching a strong mom, but along with that, also a mom who takes care of her own needs along with the child is a much more healthier child than maybe somebody who's just sacrificing her own needs but then giving out too much,
yes.
But suffering herself and then the child sees this, and the child
And you
feels
were
like,
just saying what I always say, that a happy mom will have a happy family.
child, yes, family, yes.
So you are, like you rightly said, you are teaching this to your kids, that it is important to take care of your wellness.
Yes.
Sometimes my daughter tells me, I go home say at 8 o'clock and she's like, I want to talk to you, and I tell Nishka, give me 15 minutes, I'll just go down for a walk, then I'll talk to you. She's like, but I want to speak to you. I said, but I'm here the whole night, just give me 15 minutes. So that mom guilt does come to me for a split second. It used to stay for some time earlier. Now I have got that art of just shushing it away, but I do go through it, but they now have started understanding, because it is us only who can make them understand that this is important. Today my daughter also writes to herself. I think that's a brilliant thing. I'm happy that I could imbibe that she's writing herself a birthday wish. Give yourself that importance. Why not? And I'm so happy that with time they have also understood this, and they are also imbibing this in their life. My son loves to play football, and I make sure that he gets that time after his study to go down and play football, and he also makes sure he tries to remove that time. This is part of wellness, that you try to find time for doing things that make you happy, fit. Like I said, choose to pick up the right things, and that's what we need to imbibe right from the beginning. I think right now we are at that stage, at that generation, we have also become aware. So our children are going to be much aware at a very early stage than what we became at.
Yes.
So I think that's a good cycle to have.
And you become a great example for them to actually carry it on when they're in your age cycle as well.
Yes.
Right? Because then there'll be lessons that they'll have to go through. So you've already been a great example, a great role model for them to use that without that much of guilt that you felt.
I'm hoping that.
Yes, that's the power of, passing it down through one generation to another.
True.
Fantastic, Shilpa. Thank you so much for sharing that. I love the whole aspect that, you already created this whole, oh yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is very yummy.
Yeah, and it's plant-based collagen. And nobody can imagine that it's that yummy.
It's very yummy.
So when we do our formulations, taste is another aspect for us, because we always say that जब हम खाना खाते हैं, हम अपने we see, we feel the touch, the taste,
senses,
all the senses, and we try to touch all your senses with our product.
No, it's lovely. I've already told you that I'm a fan, but I love the products. They're lovely. So Shilpa, I know that along with all the good things that have come in, right? There would have been your own set of challenges that you've had in trying to create the brand, even before, when you were in a different position, but you were still entrepreneurial by we're always entrepreneurial. This is what I talk about. Most women who are in business, you can't take it away from you.
Not at all.
You're born with that entrepreneur within your heart. It's just there, and it grows with year. Every year, it just grows and grows. So I'm sure it's been there for a very long time now. Tell me some of the challenges which have really shaped everything that you've done ahead.
So there are challenges, of course. I will not deny that. And I would say there are challenges in different buckets.
Yeah.
So they're not just challenges, but they're different bucket challenges. So there is one industry-specific challenge, being in a nutrition industry. Nutrition is still a subject in India which is very nascent.
Yeah.
People still like to apply or do quick things rather than think about it from nutrition point of view.
Yes.
So a lot of educational aspect has to be done. So that's our industry challenge, because of the industry we are in, which we have picked. And even though it's an industry where we have to work hard towards educating our audience, we decided to pick it up because we truly believe in it. Then, of course, there is another challenge of being a women entrepreneur or a mom entrepreneur. That comes with another set of challenges. I would say being a women entrepreneur, I would also put it that how you take it. Now, in a male-dominating society, we are still in a male-dominating society. Things are changing, of course, but still, it is where we are. There are those questions, are you there full time? Like those questions are always made to you, like comments, sarcasm. Oh, you work full time? I'm full time. I'm full time. What? I'm working 24 hours in my mind.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that out loud. Really, really, really. Thank you so much for saying that out loud, because I really want people to understand that, this is not something, anybody who takes on the responsibility, right, of doing something more apart from the household, right? You're actually thinking about it 24/7.
Yeah, it's not like when I'm physically in office is only the time I work.
Yes.
I'm 24/7 dedicated to it. Like when I'm a mom, I'm 24/7 a mom.
Yes.
Similarly, I'm 24/7 an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So nobody can take that away from you. So those kind of questions are there. People do think and look with some expressions that ye to shayad half day aati hogi, kind of thing. But I think I didn't give any leeway to it. I said, what people want to think, let them think. I'm going to do what I want.
You want to do, yes.
So I would say that it's how you take it, and I took it with that. I don't care. I just do what I need to do. There are also questions being a mom entrepreneur. You will start a business or you will do this. फिर बच्चों का ध्यान कौन रखेगा?
Yeah.
Then you can't do this part-time and that part-time. But I said, I don't want to do anything part-time. Yeah. I will be a full-time mom and I will be a full-time entrepreneur.
Yeah.
There is no two ways about it. Why I have to select, we did a campaign also because this was again something I have gone through.
Yeah.
Why can't women have it all?
Yeah. Yes.
I want to.
Yes.
And I will work my best to make sure I do it. Yes, there are those days where you give something a priority because something needs more priority that day than the other.
Yeah.
But that's a constant juggle, and that's how I think humans are made also. That's why we are smarter species, right?
Yes.
Though I do love animals, and I think sometimes people don't take care of animals, but we are known to be the smartest species.
Yes.
And we can juggle our way. We know when to prioritize, what to prioritize without compromising on anything.
Yes.
And I think there are days where I'm like, okay, what do I do? So every day in the morning, I have even hours. Acha, ye ghanta, my kids need it. This hour I'll be working, this. But that doesn't mean when I'm with kids, I'm not working. Mm-hmm. I'm available on calls. I'm still thinking work, but I still know how to be with kids.
Yes.
And when I am at home, that doesn't mean my kids don't have access to me. Yeah. They can call me. They know mama will answer. They know mama is available.
Yes.
And that's how you have to manage, and you have to let the world know this is how you manage.
Yes.
And they have to accept it.
Yes.
There will be no compromise anywhere. That is my responsibility and I'm going to take care of it. Don't sit and question about it.
Yeah. Yes. No, thank you for saying this. I feel like so many young moms also, or who've had maybe they've had their second child as well, and they want to start something. They have this fear, inside, and it's so important for successful women like you to come out and talk about these things. And I feel like the thing that you said, and I love that, and I feel like I completely also believe in it. Women have to have it all. It's not that they can or they should, or is it okay for them or not.
Yeah.
Or it's a temporary thing. It's okay. Some women want to work, they can work. Some women don't want to work, it's okay, no problem. You can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's your choice.
There is no statement that is supposed to be put out over there. Just the way no one is questioning the choices of men.
Yes.
I don't think anybody should be questioning the choices of men.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anytime one questions, oh, you're going to be a father and a businessman.
Yes.
I mean, there's
No
never
one's
that
asking them
question,
that.
right?
Yes.
But we are asked, but I think we are the ones who need to make that change.
True.
And we need to bring about that change by taking those actions and not caring about these questions and just showing them that we can do it.
Yes.
And with this, we've seen Shark Tank. How many women entrepreneurs are we seeing?
Yes.
And it's so good to see that it's not only the men who are joining.
It is so inspirational as well, right?
Yes. So I think even women have understood that they have to take charge of things, and there's nobody who is allowing or not allowing them. It is only them.
Yeah.
And they need to listen to only themselves.
Yes.
And take a step towards it.
The same concept of the earlier thing, that guilt factor.
Yes.
Wherein initially it gets a little difficult to tune the voices out to still believe in yourself no matter what the engagement is around you, right? The same concept of that first little bit of consistency, little bit of perseverance, little bit of more willpower.
Yes.
And then it starts becoming more and more easy.
Yes.
You kind of, get into this whole phase wherein what you've decided is working for you, it's brilliant, and you will continue doing that, and then let the others do whatever they want to do.
True.
Right?
Totally.
Fantastic. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you for those beautiful words of wisdom. What I wanted to know was that you've learned so much already in your entire journey with ChicNutrix, with, every single daily aspect that you do also, right? Please tell us a message that you would like to give people so that they can learn something from that. It's so nice for us to share things that work for us, and I would like you to say something on that.
I wouldn't say that I've learned a lot. I'm still learning.
Yes.
You're always
Hula hoop in place.
Oh yes, I'll tell you. I learned skiing last day of the year of 2022 because I was like, कुछ तो सीख के ये साल खत्म करना है.
Yes.
And this year I thought hula hoop. But so yeah, not just those kind of skills, but at work also we are learning every day.
Yes.
From our colleagues, from our juniors, from our kids, from our seniors, from more experienced people. I think we're always students.
Yeah.
So that journey is on, and I'm also learning along the way, and that's, I think, feels like you're getting enriched on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I take it that ways. But I think it's been a great journey, and all these, whatever conversation we had so far was whatever I learned during the whole journey, that log kehne do, we will do our bit, just keep moving on. There are those days where you also question, because there's so many questions, and you also get into that questioning mode. Hoega ki nahi hoega, chhod do ki nahi, band kar do ki kya karu.
Yes.
But like you said in between, that little bit of determination, little bit of willpower, little bit of grit, put it together and just bring it out and then go on again. And you will have those kind of hurdles, you will have those kind of moments. But I think you have to carry on as a working woman, as an entrepreneur, as a homemaker, whatever choice you have made in life, just believe in that choice and go on.
Chic Moms Tribe, right?
Yeah, so these are community pages. Like I said, we would try to also bring that community together. So far we've started with the mothers community. And again, that was something that hit me once while going through, talking to different women, that I realized a couple of years back or 3 years back that when I had my first child, I was actually going through postpartum, and tab nahi pata tha mujhe.
I so many of my clients come in and tell us that they didn't realize it in the first child, and then but it was there.
It was there because now I know what I see the new moms going through, and I went through that, and now I know it's postpartum because that time that understanding wasn't there.
Yes.
And I'm sure we are in a metro city and things are now being more vocal about, but there are still those towns and cities, people still don't talk about it. And this is the page that I started where I want to talk about all mom related problems or concerns and create a community where we can talk to each other.
Yes.
And I've seen there are so many mom pages, but ultimately it becomes about the child.
Thank you for saying this. I'm going to please say this again. I'm going to underline it. Please say this again. I'm very serious. I'm going to underline this because I have also noticed this, and it's this voice that goes on in the background of my head, and I'm like,
isn't it a mom page?
But you're still talking about the child.
Yeah, like बच्चे को टिफिन में क्या देना है, बच्चे की classes क्या होगी, how do you keep the kids busy? It's all about the child. But what about me as a mom, what I am going through?
Yes.
So Chic Moms Tribe, the page that we have, is all about moms.
Yes.
It's going through your mommyhood journey unfiltered. So we also talk about those guilt days, and we're like, ऐसे ही होता है, like you want to scream, go scream.
Yeah.
What's harm? Go scream. If it helps you out, just scream it out. You're not the only one who feels that. They're all of us with you on that.
Yes.
Then we also talk about different kind of aspects to being a mom. So there are other concerns we sometimes don't think or talk about, especially in India. Being a mom who's adopted a child.
Yes.
Now, there's a different journey.
Yes.
So we would like to help those kind of moms as well.
Yes.
Single moms.
Yes.
Queer moms.
Yes.
We also know that moms have had a tough journey when they have had PCOS because it's difficult conceiving. So it does create a lot of mental
Blocks.
mental blocks
Yes.
and emotional blocks on them. Like we said about emotional and mental wellness.
Yes.
That's one aspect of it. So here we want to have that platform where we are able to communicate to moms, help those moms, and also create a platform where everybody can come and share their experience just without being judged.
Yeah.
There is no judgment. Nobody's passing any judgment on anybody over here.
Yeah.
You are a mom, you are a perfect mom because nobody could take care of your child better than you.
Yes.
For your child, you're a perfect mom. Let others think whatever it is.
Yes.
And that's what we want to create with Chic Moms Tribe.
I think that's a fantastic initiative. We would have wanted this more sooner, Shilpa, but now that you've done this, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I feel like it's very important.
Yes.
The focus has to be equally on the mother. You know, I read this one thing, and I think I loved it. I think you'll resonate. I read this one thing that said that, on the baby's first birthday, the mother should be celebrated.
Yes.
Not the baby.
Not at all.
Because the baby's not going to understand anything in that 1 year, but the mom's gone through so much in that 1 year along with the baby that the mother should be celebrated.
Yes, so in my circle, what we do when it's the child's birthday, we say happy birthday mommy.
Yes.
Yes, because that's when you were born as a mother.
Yes.
So it's your birthday as well, and you are equally happy. Like my child's birthday, and I'm so happy, and I would love to hear a happy birthday for myself as well.
Yes.
My brother, he gifts my mom on every birthday of his.
Wow.
And that's something we are taking in the family. Today, my kids also understand that.
Yes.
And I think that's the community we want to create.
Brilliant.
That when we talk about the child, yes, we are also talking about the mom, but you're also a mom. So don't forget that you have your individual thing as well.
Yes.
So enjoy that as well.
Fantastic. I love the initiative. More power to the entire community that you started with Chic Moms Tribe.
Thank you.
I hope it grows, and it will grow because it's the need of the hour. And with more and more complications coming in with, so many women facing hormonal problems, infertility issues, PCOS problems.
Yes.
IVF issues as well.
Yes, we talk about a lot of these. In fact, we spoke about baby loss as well.
Yes.
Somebody who's gone through a baby loss.
Miscarriages.
Yes. You go through a lot of emotional loss as well.
Yeah.
So
it is very traumatic.
It is. And you just need somebody sometimes, she must have gone through it. Can I know her journey?
Yeah.
How can it help me? And that's what we want to do.
Yes.
Be there for each other. I think mommy community is so thick. I know that if I put a message in my mommy groups, कुछ ना कुछ हेल्प तो मिल ही जाएगी.
Yes.
कोई भी यूनिवर्स में मैं कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछ लूँ, and all mommies are there to help you.
Yeah.
Like you, I don't know how in the audience who's watching us, you would know that, asking from GP to carpenter to plumber to cooking recipes, to even asking for help, reaching out.
Yes.
We are there to support each other. So I think that's such a wonderful community we have, and we just want to make it, like you said, more power to it, and that's what we want to get.
Yes. I would. Whenever you need me for anything, please reach out.
Oh, that would be great.
I would be more than happy to contribute to the community as well in whatever way I can. It's lovely to be able to be associated with something like this, with an initiative like this. Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that also, Shilpa. I loved it.
Thank you. And I would like to just end this conversation with one quick message. That's something that I feel we all ignore, that time and health, we don't sometimes appreciate, recognize till it's depleted.
Yes.
So start now.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself. Choose yourself. Take care of yourself today.
Yes.
We always say that in ChicNutrix headquarters, start young to stay young.
Yes.
So all you out there, I would really urge you to start today of taking care of your well-being.
Fantastic. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been lovely.